Jimmy Garoppolo didn't show up to OTAs. It's not OTAs. It's the off-season training program. OTAs come. I guess it's the OTAs. Anyway, He's not here in the sense that I'm in Oakland and the Niners play in Santa Clara. He's not there. I don't think anyone's surprised, but I don't know. What's your take?
Yeah, and I don't think anybody should be surprised by it, but I think it's just another clear indication that Garoppolo is still on the team eating up a spot, but he's not going to be a part of the team when July rolls around.
Yeah. And it's not good. As you pointed out earlier, him being on the team is preventing the 49ers from giving Deebo Samuel the signing bonus that is required for a top-level wide receiver. So that's one. That's one problem. And then there's all the symbolic stuff, like, the Niners can't really name Trey Lance the starter while Jimmy's here. That's not great. And the players on the team can't even really figure out who. I mean, maybe they know, but they can't say it. It's all like this whole mystery, which you don't really want. And if this keeps going, they might have to have like a ceremonial quarterback competition, which probably wouldn't be ideal for either quarterback. I don't know. So
yeah, no, it wouldn't be good at all.
No.
Not at this point. Not at this point. It's one of those things where, I wouldn't be totally against it because it'd be fun to cover it, but I don't think they need to. I think everything that they've done to this point this offseason and everything they've said points to Jimmy Garoppolo not being here. Although they're still saying, oh, we're good having him as the backup, what have you. They're not. I don't think there's no way that they can get to the regular season with him on the roster with his salary cap hit and what they need to do. Especially with, like I said, they could free up money, but I haven't heard anything on Jimmy Ward. I haven't heard anything on Emmanuel Mosley. So I'm starting to question whether those guys are going to be around after this year.
I feel like Jimmy shouldn't ever step foot in that facility ever again. He already said goodbye.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I don't think he ever actually comes back.
No. He said goodbye already. I mean, the idea of him doing his farewell press conference with the writers in February, whatever it was, and then doing another press conference in the offseason, like, hey, I'm back, but I don't want to be, and hopefully I get traded soon. Like, that would be so freaking awkward. So yeah, I mean, they can't let that happen. He's got to go. And I think what we're seeing is maybe the Niners, like if the Panthers don't take a quarterback in round one, maybe the Niners can sort of convince them to let them buy a draft pick. Take Jimmy, we'll buy a draft pick from you. Barring that, I don't see how they get anything for Jimmy. I think it's got to be in the next 2 weeks or less.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the deal with Carolina can be done at any point later on if the Panthers go in a different direction. I don't think it has to be done right away. He can't throw the ball, so there's no reason to really rush until July. He can't. He's a quarterback who can't throw. So
you might want to have him learn your playbook at some point. I mean, he's not the smartest quarterback in the. No offense. No offense. And he did learn the Niners playbook very quickly one time, so I'll take it back. I'm just saying.
It only took him like 5 or 6 weeks, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was the playbook. I never had to learn a playbook. Those playbooks are huge.
Well, the thing is, he won't have what the quarterback coach won't be there this time to teach him up. He's going to be at Kentucky.
Gangarello or
he won't have Rich. Well, he won't have Rich. Yeah, he won't have Rich Gangarello to help him out.
How come Brian Hoyer doesn't get any credit for getting him up to speed? Maybe Hoyer was the man. Maybe that's why Hoyer's still in the league. Who knows?
Yep.
What would Eddie D do with Jimmy G? I was talking about this with my dad earlier today. I just don't feel like Eddie in particular would have drawn this out this long. If that's not the quarterback for you, move on. I mean, Eddie went through 3 head coaches in 3 years too, right? Bill Walsh wasn't his first one.
Right. He wasn't the first one. No. But I could see him probably would. There's little to be gained by it unless the 49ers have a trade that's kind of like, been agreed to based off of, if this happens, then we're going to take him kind of thing. I don't know why you hold on to him. But that's the only reason the only thing I can think of.
I don't think Eddie D would have said no to Tom Brady.
No, he wouldn't have.
I don't think he would have. And then the next year, I think he would have been more interested in Matthew Stafford than Trey Lance. And maybe the Niners were right to get Trey Lance. Maybe Matthew Stafford has one great season, wins a Super Bowl, falls off. Trey Lance has a glorious Hall of Fame career. But I just feel like Eddie probably would have went for the sure thing.
I think you're right, based off of his track record when he was with the 49ers, and even after the salary cap, they tried to do that a little bit. It wasn't
Yeah.
super successful for him, but other than the first year. But I could see him trying to do that.